Hello and welcome to Finance 3260, Managerial Finance 2. My name is Nathan McNamee. I'll be your instructor. This is the introductory lecture, so let's go ahead and get started. First, I'll talk a little bit about the course and a little bit about my background as the instructor. We'll talk about 3250, making sure that everybody's up to the same speed there. We'll discuss the syllabus. And then we'll discuss the first assignment, which is an assignment in ethics and finance. Okay, so a little bit about how to contact me. This is my email address, nathanmcnamee@suu.edu. My office phone number is 435-865-8278. Or if campus is open, you can reach me in the business building in the office. My office number is 234. A little bit about me. As I said, my name's Nathan. You can call me Nate. I've got over 15 years of industry experience. 10 of those years were spent in the investment industry. I worked for Merrill Lynch and a number of registered investment advisory firms. I spent 5 years in corporate finance, working as CFO, corporate controller, and really enjoyed that as well. So I've got a well-rounded amount of experience both on the investment side and corporate finance side. This class is going to be focused primarily on corporate finance and making decisions as a finance professional. A little bit about my education. I received an associate's degree at DSU, my bachelor's degree in business from Brigham Young University, my MBA at the University of Edinburgh in Scotland, and finally my PhD in finance at the University of Surrey in England near London. I enjoy playing the guitar, singing. I was DSU's Entertainer of the Year. That's my big claim to fame, which is not that big. So, also I enjoy mountain biking. Just a little review of 3250, and as I mentioned, you'll have a quiz. Your first quiz will be a review of 3250. In 3250, we covered chapters 1 through 14 of the book, and in 3260, we'll pick up where that left off. The topics we covered were financial statements and long-term financial planning, valuation of future cash flows. You'll remember we learned a lot of the time value of money tools. We discussed capital budgeting, so how to determine whether or not to move forward with a project. We discussed some theoretical topics, risk and return, and how we measure those, or at least some ways in which we measure those. And we also covered cost of capital. So we learned how to calculate the weighted average cost of capital. A lot of these topics will be helpful as we dive into Finance 3260. So I think it's important to take the review seriously. And of course, you've got the book, and so you can always go back and review those chapters. That being said, let's jump into the last bit of this short initial lecture. And I will introduce to you your first assignment, which is an assignment in ethics in finance. To begin, I recommend you watching this video. We won't watch it in this lecture, but I recommend that you pause this lecture, watch this video about Charles Ponzi and Ponzi scheme. And so the assignment that you have is to review that video, and then I want you to think deeply about how you want to conduct yourself as a professional in the world of finance. I have posted on Canvas 2 documents that you should review thoroughly before completing the assignment. The first one is called Ethics in Finance. And that is a great summary of some of the things that you will face, some of the topics that you need to consider as you are looking at being ethical in your job. Also, I recommend reading the CFA Institute's Code of Ethics and Standards of Professional Conduct. This will be a great resource as well as you write your own personal code of ethics. And you're free to look for other materials on the internet that might help you to think about how you want to conduct yourself. So think deeply about what a code of ethics is and what code of ethics you would want to live by as a finance professional, and then write your own code of ethics in your own words. I don't want it to be copy and pasted from other codes of ethics. I want you to think about you and how you want to be and how you want to work with your employer. This should be no more than 1 page in length, so keep it brief. And it'll be graded on a pass-fail basis. Either you did it or you didn't, and everybody should get full points. So this is a guaranteed 5% of your grade if you turn something in. However, if I find that you didn't do your own work, if you copied and pasted, then you will be failed. I apologize. There's just no room for plagiarism in my class. But I hope this assignment will be useful and helpful as you think about your future career. That's one of my goals as a professor, is to help prepare you for the real world, for a job in finance. And I think going into your first job with already an idea of how you want to comport yourself, how you want to act, not only for your employer, not only for the employees, but also for you. You want to protect all of the stakeholders involved. And so I hope that makes sense. With that, that is the end of our first lecture. Feel free to contact me with any questions, and best of luck in this class.